Hello, folks. I am Alan for today's news. I will be reading and speaking about world news, interesting news, news to keep you entertained, and news to keep you informed. What I got for you right now here is I got a channel violation, and see what this warning says here. It's for a top doctor says she suffered from COVID-19 vaccine injury and other stuff too. I don't know which one it was for. Anyway, if my new channel gets shut down, I'll put another one up under another name with another phone number. I have to buy me a burner phone if I have to. I got plenty of emails. So I'll have my email in the bottom description box if you want to keep in touch if they do shut my channel down. Anyway, let's see. Let's get on with the news. YouTube makes me mad at times. Anyway, here's something, you heard about what's going on with Biden and stuff. Okay. Today I'm doing this on Tuesday. This will be put out on Wednesday. So, anyway, I heard about Biden and his trouble too before, and not his son, but Biden himself. And it's been hidden under the blankets for some reason. Well, I'm bringing it back out. Now, why don't you share everything and copy links? And anyway, let me play this from Tucker Carlson. Tyler Reade shares a vulnerable moment. Joe Biden took my future.
So you may have read in the news that Joe Biden just made America a little better by signing the Speak Out Act into law. It's supposed to combat sexual harassment. But what you probably didn't read is that Joe Biden himself has been credibly accused of sexual misconduct, and not just by his own daughter, whom he showered with. In the presidential election of 2020, Tara Reade, a woman called Tara Reade, emerged to say that while working for Joe Biden in the U.S. Senate, he sexually assaulted her in a violent way. Most of the media buried the story. And we'll be honest and admit that we didn't know what to think of it. But we finally sat down and talked at great length with Tara Reade to hear what happened. And we were completely convinced that this is real and that she was able to prove it. The whole story is part of a brand new episode of Tucker Carlson Today, but here's part of it.
When Biden started acting weird towards me, he would put his hands on my shoulder and put his fingers underneath my hair and do weird things like that. And then there was a scene where...
What did you think of that? I mean, did you...
Well, bear in mind, and you were around and a professional in the 90s, it was a different... I don't know if you were in D.C., but it was a different vibe.
I was in D.C., yeah.
Okay, that was a different vibe, but it still was weird. I never had an employer do that, and Panetta certainly didn't act like that.
No, he's not like that.
No, not at all. And he's just all business. And, Joe Biden was always, he didn't seem like an intellectual giant, let's put it that way.
Right. No, he was famously not.
Yeah.
But a charismatic and warm guy. That was the conventional view.
And that's the thing. Behind closed doors, he was very temperamental.
Really?
And he would do this thing where he smiles when he's angry. It's very disconcerting. Very disconcerting, that big smile, and but he'd be angry, and he was very temperamental. He had me up against a wall, and he penetrated me with his fingers against my will. And I, it wasn't just the assault though. It was everything to do with, here I am, this young staffer, and he did this, and then I made him angry. And that's like someone you don't want to make angry. Because I said no.
I just think it's, I got to be honest, one of the reasons I didn't know what to make of your story was I've been a man for, 53 years.
Yeah.
I've never heard of anything like that. Like that's, men are kind of piggish, as we know, and they do piggish things. But that's kind of like rape. I mean, that's like so out of bounds that it's weird to think someone would do something like that.
It was just... It happened all at once. It happened really quickly. There was no flirtation with him or anything like that. It was very, he was usually with people and he wasn't. I was at the wrong place, the wrong time, so to speak. And when it happened, he at first was like, "Come on, man, I heard you liked me." And I froze. And then he said he got angry, and that's when he smiled, that smile. And that's what was really jarring. And then he pointed his finger in my face and he said, "You're nothing. You're nothing to me." And then I must have had a certain look on my face, and he just took my shoulders and shook them. He said, "You're fine, you're fine, you're fine." And then he turned around and he walked away. And I remember it was just such a jarring, shocking incident. Probably was all of less than 5 minutes, right? But my vivid memory is sitting on these marble stairs, and my legs were shaking so badly because it wasn't just what he did, it's that I knew my career was over. That was it. Like, I had said no, it was an awful thing, and this was the end. He used his power and resources to silence me. And I'm going to share something with your audience. They took a cannonball to my life.
Yeah.
They went after my family. So when that day, when he did that assault, he took my future. I didn't want to sleep with some senator. I wanted to be one. And that day, it ended.
The cruelty she describes, not just an unwanted advance, not just the sexual violence, but the meanness to her from Joe Biden and from his staff and from people throughout the Democratic Party will just absolutely blow your mind. It's really offensive to anybody, not on partisan grounds. Just as a human being, you can't believe people would act that way, but they did. So we called the White House and we asked them for comment on what Tara Reade told us. Of course, they didn't respond. You can watch the whole interview tomorrow morning on Fox Nation. Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube.
Right, for playing this. Anyway, I wanted to bring this out in the open. You know, Trump got in trouble for paying a prostitute. He said he didn't do it. And this stuff here went under blankets for some reason. I'm bringing it out. And let me show you the next one here. This next one here is from International Business Times. Biden viciously attacked over report that his sex addict daughter, Ashley Biden, has showered with him. Sex addict daughter, it says. An extract from the personal diary of Ashley Biden, daughter of U.S. President Joe Biden, revealing that she took showers with her father, has stirred a hornet's nest. Biden has not only slammed the improper behavior, but the act was also dubbed as child molestation. And this is dated June 18, 2022. The other one I was showing you is, does it have a date on it? 3 months ago. And all the links will be in my description box. And share this before my channel gets shut down, but I'll put another one up under another name, different email, different phone number. And this one here from The Guardian. Why has the media ignored sexual assault and misbehavior allegation against Biden? Conservatives who didn't care about the multiple sexual assault allegation against Trump have seized on the I can't say that word. While liberals turn a blind eye. So here, Joe Biden, the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee, has been accused of sexual assault by a former staffer, Tara Reade, who worked with Biden when he was a Delaware senator. Alleges he improperly touched her and penetrated her with his finger without consent in 1993. You heard her interview with Tucker Carlson. It said it happened all at once, and then his hands were on me and underneath my clothes. Reade recalled in an interview with podcast host Katie Harper on Wednesday. He said, "Come on, man, I heard you liked it. For me, it was like everything's shattered. I want to be a senator. I didn't want to sleep with one." And you can read the rest of this in my description box if you like. There's plenty to read there. And this one here, when was it dated? This one here is dated March 2020. And we haven't heard nothing about it lately, you know. Here's one from Wikipedia. Joe Biden's sexually assault allegations. And you can read the rest of this in my description box also. It's up to you guys to decipher everything. I'm just giving you the news. Here one here from Fox Business. Biden family makes admission of corruption in foreign business deals. China expert. This is from China expert. After Biden claimed allegation of family payments from Hunter Biden's business associates are not true, one China expert and author has signed an admission of corruption from the first family. The spokesperson for Hunter Biden legal team said that, this is okay because this was seed money, good faith seed money. Gladstone Institute senior fellow Gordon Chang said on Mornings with Maria Monday, now is these types of transactions, nobody pays millions of dollars without a contract. On Thursday, GOP lawmaker on the House Oversight Committee revealed that they had obtained bank documents showing that the president's son, Hunter, the president's brother, Jim and Haley Biden, and the widow of the president's late son, Beau, received payments from Hunter's business associate, Rob Walker, and their joint ventures. And this was dated yesterday. Next one I got for you, I'll probably be taking off of YouTube for this too. This is from Channel 10, WJAR. I think that's the Idaho news channel. It's the Idaho bill will criminalize anyone who administered COVID-19 mRNA vaccine. Two Republican Idaho lawmakers introduced a bill that will criminalize anyone who administered COVID-19 vaccines. And here's this tweet right here. During her presentation to fellow lawmakers, Nichols says she is most concerned with Pfizer and Moderna vaccines. I think there is a lot of information that comes out with concern to blood clots and heart issues, Nichols said. Meanwhile, her tweet has met with criticism as well as praise. Someone said, thank you. It takes a lot of courage and convictions to stand out in the gap and do the right thing. More and more people and medical professionals need to know what is actually happening with the mRNA vaccine and the resulting deaths and injuries, one person wrote. Anyway, you can read the rest of this in my description box. You know, you see all these medicine commercials and stuff. After they tell you about how good they are, they give you a long list of what it can do to you. You know, that's why I don't even go hardly take medicine, maybe blood pressure. That's it. Because Joe Biden brought up my blood pressure. Anyway, this one here from Metro. U.S. nuclear bombers in Russia. U.S. nuclear bombers in Russia fighter jet intense standoff over Baltic Sea. This is the dramatic movement. A Russian fighter jet intercept two U.S. nuclear bombers over the Baltic Sea. Tensions between Washington and Moscow have only worsened after two Russian pilots destroyed a U.S. drone, plunging it into the Black Sea earlier this month. Yet another incident in the air is less than 10 days is unlikely to fix the fear. Russian Defense Ministry claimed a single Su-35 was scrambled to meet the pair of B-52 bombers. It is alleged they were heading in the direction of the Russian border on Monday. Now, what I think, since they're shooting down our drone in international waters, we should just send not drones, but the fighters up there in international waters and see what they're going to do with them. Let me go to my next one here. Next one here is Russian invaders declare a state of emergency in Dzhankoi, I don't know how to say that town, creamed due to the drone strike. The occupying authorities of this town in North Russian annexed Crimea have announced that they have imposed a municipal emergency in the city after a midnight attack by Ukraine drones. The occupiers, who claimed that the drones over this town in Crimea were allegedly shot down and that they were aimed at civilian targets and were filled with shrapnel and explosives. And if you want to know more about this, you can read in my description box. And one more to go, and that'll be it. Be a short newscast. It says here, North Korea launches a ballistic missile as Kim orders troops to readiness for nuclear war. North Korea, Kim Jong, has called his troops to readiness in an immediate and overwhelming nuclear response. The North State News Agency, Korean Central News Agency, which is KCNA, reported. I used to work with the guy with that name. Didn't know how to say it then. Reported that Pyongyang, whatever, had launched a short-term ballistic missile towards the waters of the east coast of North Korea, where Kim and his daughter were in attendance. This comes amidst the U.S. and South Korea plans to launch their largest amphibious landing in 5 years. The entire duration of the exercise will be 2 weeks, the execution of which is believed to be Kim to be a dry run for an invasion of his country. KCNA went on to state that the launch simulated nuclear explosive control device and detonators, and according to Kim, was met to make sure that the units were ready to launch. Kim also referred to the test as a simulated attack against South Korea. Kim reportedly said that the country's enemies, in this case the U.S. and South Korea, were becoming ever more pronounced in their moves for aggression. In response to this show of aggression, South Korea and Japan acknowledged that this launch was but one of many tests that have occurred in recent weeks. So you can read the rest of this in my description box. Not much more to read there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Share, like. My email will be my description box if I had to start a new channel. And until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, at least come back and watch once in a while. And thanks for watching. Later.